Hi everyone, this is Joe, and this is Grading for Equities Unit 1, Module 2, Why Grading? Why spend time and resources and money talking about grading? There are so many things that teachers face in their work. They have to develop curriculum or translate the curriculum or implement the curriculum into their classrooms. They have to manage their classroom and make sure their students are prepared and equipped and ready to learn. There are school policies that teachers have to understand and translate and adhere to in their classrooms. There are expectations and mandates that principals and district administrators make for their teachers. Of course, the teachers have to make sure to communicate consistently and effectively and clearly with parents and caregivers. And of course, there are the students who bring all of their emotions and their experiences and their histories into the classrooms that teachers have to deal with. And there are many additional roles that teachers play beyond simply delivering instruction. Teachers have to be mentors and shoulders to cry on, and coaches and college advisors. And with today's students, with their shifting demographics and greater percentages of students who are English learners, there's a lot of things that teachers have to deal with. So why prioritize grading? Well, one reason is that grades themselves are the most formal and enduring record of the teacher's professional judgment of what the student has accomplished. The second reason is really because grading is implicated in nearly every decision that a teacher makes in their classroom and every experience that a student has as a learner. The common assumption about grading is that it's just very simple, that you're adding up points at the end of a term and a percentage is kicked out by the grading software, and that's the grade. And the teacher is just calling balls and strikes, but we know that grading is much more complex than those things. For one, grading includes lots of things in a classroom, including what categories there are and how much they count, what kind of points student gets for which student's actions, what happens when a student doesn't meet the expectations we have for them, what scales and percentages that we use in our grading, and what counts or doesn't count when a student does something. In other words, for everything that happens in a classroom, a teacher has to make a decision whether to grade it or not. And if a teacher is going to grade it, how much does it count, with what weight does it count, and what are the consequences to it? So we can see that grading is so interwoven into everything that teachers do. There's also a real urgency to talk about grading, because grades drive the decisions that define the achievement and opportunity gaps. Decisions about students are based on their grades. Big decisions like, do students get promoted to the next grade level, or what kind of supports do they get, or what opportunities do they receive. Grades determine what kind of courses students are eligible to take, and if they even graduate from their grade level or from their school. Grades determine whether students get to spend time doing other activities, and whether they can get jobs. Even in some states, insurance rates can be affected by the grades students get. And of course, grades are one of the primary considerations by admissions officers to colleges and financial aid officers. So with that, let's begin our journey to understand how to make our grades more equitable.